Who's a good boy? Are you a good boy? You such a good boy. Hey Mutt, does he bite? Hey YouTube, what goes on? And welcome back to Disavowed Action Figures, bringing you my final action figure review of 2023. I managed to get G.I. Joe Classified, Mutt, and Junkyard in hand from Amazon Prime. So excited to have this thing in hand. If you watch the channel or if you watch the Infinity Equation podcast live streams that we do on Friday nights, you know I have my own good little boy, Bruno the Chihuahua. So I am all in on buying dog action figures, and I was so pumped to see Mutt and Junkyard announced to be coming out in the G.I. Joe Classified series. And more importantly, I'm so excited to be able to see the figures, actually see everything here in the plastic with the window. They brought the plastic windows back for the packaging. It's absolutely fantastic. Look at all these freaking accessories. We obviously have Mutt over here. We got Junkyard. We got an alternate head. So if you've watched my channel before and you've seen my reviews, you know what we're going to do. We're going to look at the packaging. We're going to crack these things out of the box, move them around a little bit, look at the aesthetics of the figures, and do my favorite thing to do in all these videos, which are comparisons to other figures in this line and other lines as well. So you saw the front of the plastic window packaging already. Here is the back of the box. Great image right here of Mutt with some different accessories he does come with. There is Junkyard, and I gotta tell you, I'm all in for Junkyard. Mutt's great. Somebody's got to be his handler, but Junkyard looks freaking amazing. And yes, I know he's not a Chihuahua. For anybody that's going to say me comparing him to Bruno, I know he's not a Chihuahua, folks. Okay, he's obviously a Labrador. But over here, we do get a nice close-up image of Mutt. We do a close-up image right here as well. And then down here of the different alternate head that goes along with Junkyard. It is number 113. Hard to believe we're already there. Top of the box, some window packaging right there. Under the box, barcode, legalese, all that good stuff. And on the side, again, all those statistics that I don't even bother looking up anymore. Don't even know what they even really mean. And then more art right here on the side. Let's get these out of the box. All right, so here are Mutt and Junkyard out of the packaging, and holy crap, the amount of accessories that comes with this figure. Yes, with that window on the packaging, it was all nicely on display, but my gosh, my goodness, so much stuff crammed into this packaging. So many accessories, alternate hands, alternate heads. This is an awesome, awesome pack to get in before the end of 2023. Let's take a closer look at the accessories, then the figures, some articulation, and then we'll do some comparisons. Okay, so first and foremost, the hands. Holy smokes. We have 3 sets of alternate hands, and then technically 4 total sets because of the actual hands that come defaulted on the figure itself. One really cool thing, cards on the table. I grew up as a child. My father was a canine police officer. I grew up with a German Shepherd, which again, I know this is not a German Shepherd. I know it's a poodle. Okay, it's a poodle. But I grew up around a police canine dog, watching my father command him in our household and also obviously at work. And you need alternate hands. You have pointing hands. You have hands for hands for stay, all sorts of other gestures and things like that. Additionally, we do have obviously the trigger finger hands. We have punching hands. I mean, ultimately, this thing comes with so many sets of hands that it is absolutely freaking cool. Here's the punching hand over here. So again, just many alternate sets of hands, which you do not tend to get, I feel like, with figures. Yes, this is more of a deluxe offering, being a 2-pack with all the different accessories. But again, so freaking cool to have all those hands, and a great flashback to my childhood. We also get a helmet, multiple sets of goggles. We do also get this mouth covering right here, face mask, if you will. That is there as well. So again, lots of accessories. Weapons, we have a knife down here. We have a gun. We have a handgun. We do have the baton sort of weapon going on right here. So again, the amount of accessories with this offering is frigging incredible. And then, of course, do not forget possibly the coolest part, the alternate head for our pooch right here to go along with Junkyard. Let's flip the light over this way. Look at this freaking head sculpt. That is so good. I believe Yo Joe Jerk, good friend of the channel, kills it with his G.I. Joe reviews. Said this was the good boy face. So I know Bruno's good boy face. It's always a good boy face for my dog Bruno. But again, this one much more relaxed and kind of happy. The tongue is out. The tongue looks nice here. The eyes look really good on this figure. The ears here obviously flipped down. Just overall, the paint on this head sculpt looks really freaking good. Even onto the nose and onto where the whiskers would be right here. So freaking well done. So again, I think ultimately when I do have this figure displayed on my shelf, we'll have the good boy face on there. However, just taking a look here at Junkyard as I take them off the display. Again, the head sculpt here much more menacing. This is the, oh, you done screwed up, you done did it face. Like you're going to lose a part of your shin or your lower leg if you screw with this guy when he's looking and just like. While I have Junkyard in hand, we talked about the face sculpt already. This is a floating piece right here. The collar is loose. You can pop the head off, take the collar off if you'd want to. Again, he does have his nice green harness right here. Nice texturing and sculpt going on right here with the harness. Down below, we have the buckle for the below part of the harness. If you have a dog that's worn a harness before, you know how essential it is to have a harness on a dog, especially one that might be being used as essentially a living weapon. Down here, we do have a clip look that could be used, again, attached to something as well. But again, very well done with this harness here on a Junkyard. And again, just the figure itself looks so freaking cool. I mean, again, I don't know about you. To me, this is the price of admission. I wanted this even more so than I really honestly cared about the figure, as great as Mutt will look as well. But this thing looks great. The aesthetics are really nice. I like the way they did put this nice texturing here for the fur. The tail is clipped, so nice clip tail there in the back. In the back side here, the haunches, that continues through as well, liking the texturing. The paws look really well done. Down here, we do have the tan colored paws. They did a nice job here with the paint, kind of blending in the tan color into the black. Same thing on the front of the paws, very similar right there. Love that black and tan look that goes along with this pooch right here. So again, this is just amazing. I'm digging this. I love how G.I. Joe Classified has worked all the animals from G.I. Joe into their classified series. This guy is freaking great. All right, so aesthetics for our Mutt action figure. Let me know if I'm wrong. G.I. Joe Classified kills the mustaches. Man, Recondo had a great mustache. Mutt's got a great mustache. These are great looking mustaches on these figures. Hair sculpt on the head sculpt looks pretty good. Eyebrows looking good as well. Eyes on mine look like they're well painted. I do like the vest he's got going on right here. We do have some sort of badge or insignia going on. Again, we have a sheath right there for the knife, for storage. You know I love storage on my action figures. Again, down here, all the pouches going around and that loose-fitting belt right there. We have more going on right there as well. The back of the hands, I do like what they did right there. Again, holster for the sidearm right there. We have the knee pads. We have the boots looking good. Again, this just looks like a solid figure. However, to me, much like how Crocmaster was kind of the 1B to the 1A of Fiona, that's how I feel here. I feel like it's the animal that really is what we're most interested in. Nice pouch going on right here on the side of the shirt. Nice folds in the shirt as well. Down here in the butt, we got some pockets in the back. So again, a lot of thought went into this for what they've done. I've decided to skip articulation for this guy because it's pretty much your standard G.I. Joe Classified articulation at this point. I'm not going to bore you and waste your time. But again, let's look at the articulation for Junkyard. So for a dog figure, there's a lot of articulation going on here for Junkyard. The head will rotate all the way around. Just be careful if you're not, it will pop right off of the pin, which again, it's not really a problem. You can put it right back on the peg if you need to. It does have some attitude and movement here going on. So you can look up a little bit, look down, again, a little bit right there. There is a neck piece of articulation right here. So you can see where it does rotate here at the neck. So you are going to get additional articulation side to side and around right there, which is very helpful as well. You can see him kind of looking down with the chin, looking up right there. In the back, you also have articulation going on right here, just beyond the middle point of the back. You do get some up and down going on right there. Get plenty of side to side. The legs have tons of articulation in them. Up here at the main part of the leg, it will go forward about that far. I'll go back about that far. There's articulation right here, and what would be the dog's elbow, I suppose. There's also articulation down here, right here, we see that peg. And there's also articulation on the paw itself. A little bit of left to right, up and down. Same over on this leg. They will rotate out about that far, rotate in back about that far. Hind legs will kick back, actually go all the way around. So all the way around for the hind legs. Don't do that to your real dog, though. It does have articulation right here as well. You can see how I can kind of articulate it that direction on the leg. I don't want to force this. I feel like that should go a little further back. I don't want to do it. I'm not quite sure. Down below, also articulation here. See if I'm on the camera. We see the pin right there. Then down here in the paw, also articulation there on the paw. So again, plenty of articulation going on with this guy. I freaking love this thing. This itself is worth being in a top 10 video, obviously including him. I love this thing so much. I feel like he's the accessory. He's a great figure. Don't get me wrong. The hair on the arms, I didn't even mention that earlier. Looking good at the paint. But again, overall, even the paint on the chest too, I forgot to point out earlier. But yeah, this is a great 2-pack. I'm so pumped to get this in hand. And I guess now it's got to be eligible for my top 10 of 2023, right? I got it in hand several days before January 1st. So I guess it's on the table for 2023 top 10. So before we get to comparisons, I did a couple modifications. I popped on the good boy head over here onto Junkyard. I also put the helmet and the gun in the holster, the knife in the sheath. I put the rifle in the hand as well, and then we put the baton over here in his left hand. I like what they give us 2 different sets here of the goggles. One set of the goggles seems like they were meant to go around the helmet, which they fit pretty well. You just kind of got to put them on there. Be careful sliding it down. You don't want to break it. But the goggles look great across the top of the helmet. And then we have the separate set of goggles, which you kind of don't need 2 sets of goggles at once. So there's no storage or anything. But in this set of goggles right here, I would guess, would go around his actual face or his actual eyes. Then we do have the mouth guard or the mouthpiece. I'm not going to display that on there. I want to see that mustache and all of its goodness. But I'm loving the good boy face right here. I also kind of put him in a good boy pose, a little bit more playful, kind of leaning forward, looking to play some fetch or maybe fetch a ball or something. But these look so friggin' good together. This is an amazing pack. I'm just pumped to get this in hand before the end of 2023. Now, it's my favorite thing for all these videos. Let's do some comparisons. So I had to slightly adjust the camera view here for this first comparison. Apologies for that. I feel like a lot of people would want to see this. Here is Timber with Snake Eyes compared to the Mutt and Junkyard. Taking a look at Mutt and Snake Eyes, first of all, I feel like Mutt is slightly taller than Snake Eyes. And then if you take a look at the comparison of the body size of Junkyard and Timber, Timber being a wolf should be obviously bigger than, I think we said that this was a collie. Correct, a collie. So a wolf should be bigger than a collie, which he definitely is a lot bigger, even though he is in his playful stance. I like him in right now. Even if he was standing up all the way, you'd see everything about Timber much larger, which is pretty accurate from what I can tell. If you're a big fan of the animal world, let me know in the comments if that's accurate or not. I think it looks pretty good. But again, these look really cool together. I'm just flashing back to seeing these guys in the cartoon as a kid, and it's pretty freaking awesome. And if you want to see some comparisons with G.I. Joe Classified Cobra figures, here is Storm Shadow, one of my most highly rated action figures of 2022, I believe. And this year's 2023 offering of the Arctic Bat. So you can see the Arctic Bat, just barely fitting on camera right here, is significantly taller than Mutt. Mutt being, I'd say, significantly taller than Storm Shadow. Kind of giving you a good idea of like a ninja character, a military character, and a robot, how they all kind of scale with one another. So again, looking really good here on display. It's going to look great on the shelf. If you were wondering how Mutt and Junkyard scale with some other Hasbro lines, here is the Indiana Jones Adventure Series Club Obi-Wan Temple of Doom Indiana Jones figure. Also sending with the Marvel Legends Daredevil Hasbro Pulse exclusive Daredevil 3-pack. Again, Daredevil right around the same height, maybe like, I don't know, a quarter of an inch taller. It's hard to tell with the helmet for Mutt. And then, of course, Indiana Jones looking shorter than all three, as he is made by the Star Wars Black Series team, and those all tend to run pretty small. Here are Mutt and Junkyard from G.I. Joe Classified series as compared to the John Constantine MEZC Toys release, as well as the NECA Toys Ultimate Alf figure. And I kind of love seeing Alf next to Junkyard right now. I'm not going to lie. And as Chun-Li is in the background celebrating, enjoying our Christmas tree, here are two other Jada Toys Street Fighter offerings, being our Ryu and our Fei Long, as compared to our G.I. Joe Classified Mutt and Junkyard. And some unconventional comparisons. Here are Mutt and Junkyard as compared to the Luigi figure from our Jazzwares Mario Bros. Film franchise release, and also our Feral Cheetah from the Plunderlings. And getting Mutt out of the way, here are some dog or kind of dog comparisons. Here is Junkyard as compared to the NECA Freddy Krueger Hellhound figure. Yeah, this guy looks like he's much better of a boy than him, but he might have been a boy. I can't figure it out. As I'm trying to have some fun with my dog comparisons, here is Junkyard as compared to, I believe it's the Mattel anniversary Walmart exclusive Scooby-Doo figure. And as I believe it being from the same line as the previous Scooby-Doo figure, here is Dino Mutt, also here with Junkyard. And I know this is not one of our favorite pooches in the toy collecting community, but here is the Diamond Select John Wick pet dog that came along with that offering with Junkyard. And you know what? I really do actually like how all these dogs are scaling together. Makes me want to take a photo. And stolen directly out of the background here on the desk is our Hanna-Barbera Muttley, who is also chilling with Junkyard. And making his first appearance here on Disavowed Action Figures, thanks to NJ Tree Orbis 2022 and my lovely girlfriend A Tizzle as a Christmas gift. Here is the Mythic Legion's Bruno. That's right, they made a freaking Mythic Legion custom of our Chihuahua Bruno, and here he is hanging out with his new friend, Junkyard. And as Lobo Dice Multiverse has the week off for the holiday, here is, as everybody loves to say, last but certainly not least, the G.I. Joe Classified Mutt and Junkyard as compared to the AEW Unrivaled Jazzwares Orange Cassidy. And I gotta kind of feel like Mutt would probably pull over OC if he was flying down, I don't know, some highway in California on his moped. But I kind of feel like Junkyard would probably walk right over and just want to leave it orange anyway. And that's going to do it for our review of the G.I. Joe Classified Mutt and Junkyard figures. Let me know in the comments, did I do a good job of not confusing their names? I was trying really hard to make sure to call him Mutt and him Junkyard. If I screwed it up and called them the wrong names, I apologize. Let me know in the comments. I think I managed to avoid doing it for the most part. But overall, love this freaking 2-pack. I got it from Amazon, pre-ordered it earlier in 2023. Wasn't supposed to be here until Q1, like midway through January. Some people contacted me and said theirs are not coming until then. Hopefully their dates get bumped up because this thing is great. I do not think it's an exclusive. I'm pretty sure this will be at Target, Walmart potentially, and other fan channel places as well, like maybe your Best Buys and your GameStops. This is awesome. Again, I have a conundrum going on because I'm going to want to include this in my top 10 of 2023, but it's kind of a tweener, right? Most people may not get it till 2024, but it's almost, you know, too early or late. It's going to throw me off for my 2024 list next year. So I'll probably include this in my top 10 of 2023. Let me know in the comments if you feel that is fair. But again, all these accessories, 4 sets of hands, alternate head for Junkyard, all the weapons, the guns, the knife, the helmet, the multiple goggles, the face mask, so many great accessories. And then the figures themselves are done so freaking well. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free for you. It does not cost you anything, and it helps us grow the channel tremendously march to 6,000 subscribers. While you're at it, go ahead and click that bell for notifications, because that way YouTube will notify you and tell you when we post new content here at the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us out over at Instagram and Twitter at disavowed_12. Hey everybody, if you're going toy hunting this week, please try to remember the 3 P's of the toy hunt: patience, persistence, most of all, politeness. Take care, stay healthy, Happy New Year, and I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs.